What's up, home bartenders? Today we're going to answer the age-old question, does a copper mug actually keep your drink colder? All right, our drinks are made. We have two barbecue probes here, and they're rated for well below freezing. So let's set it up. And the timer goes now. So both of these started around 60 Fahrenheit, around 16 Celsius. Yeah, my basement is pretty cold right now. But then they quickly settled to, we got 32 degrees currently in the copper mug and just under 39 in the glass. All right, we're almost at the 4-minute mark, and both of these are sitting pretty well where they kind of established. So still at 32 degrees, at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 Celsius. So this is, the copper mug is at the freezing point. The glass is sitting a little higher at 37 Fahrenheit, that is 2 degrees Celsius. These are still both very respectable temperatures, perfect for enjoying a cold drink. 8 minutes in, and we are still sitting at 32 degrees. It's been budging a little bit from like 32.2, 32.4, back down to 32.2, but it has not budged beyond that. So still at a respectable 0 degrees Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. We are about 15 minutes in, and our copper mug here is still sitting at the 32.2, 32.4. It's even gone down to 32.0 Fahrenheit, which is again 0 Celsius, so that is at the freezing point. The glass, on the other hand, has gone all the way down to 37, which is at the 3 degrees Celsius, so 37 Fahrenheit. It has begun climbing back up, I think. We are sitting now at 38.7 Fahrenheit. However, it has been said by famous bartenders that for peak enjoyment of a cocktail, it should be consumed within 15 to 20 minutes. So whether your cocktail has ice or not, you should be finishing it within 15 to 20 minutes for maximum enjoyment. After 20 minutes, you know, it's not gonna be as good. It's gonna have warmed up a little bit. Ice will have melted, diluted the cocktail, so you're not gonna be enjoying it at its true best point. So, that being said, these two cocktails, whether in a copper mug or in a glass, have fulfilled that purpose because we're 15 minutes in and it's still very cold. Yes, this one's slightly colder, but it's still very cold and very enjoyable. Almost at the 30-minute mark, the copper mug has gone a little back up to 32 degrees, hovering around 31.8 and 32, but still at that freezing point. It has not budged from the freezing point. The glass here is at 37, so it's around 3 degrees Celsius, and it's still around 37.6. It went up to 38, went back down, and it's kind of hovering around there. So basically, copper mug is winning by a little margin, but none of these have actually started to warm up yet, so that's very interesting. We are at the 35-minute mark and still sitting roughly at 32.2, 32.0. And this guy here, oh, we have gone up a little bit to 38.8. So I believe this guy is starting to warm up a little bit. Visually, I can tell the ice cubes in the glass are starting to melt ever so slightly. They're kind of losing their shape and becoming just more rounded. So that means that in this drink, we are going to start getting a little bit of dilution. Keep in mind, we're 35 minutes in. You're probably done your drink. So is that really an issue at this point? We are 41 minutes in, and I think this race is pretty much over. Here, we are still hovering at 32. On the glass side, we are starting to climb. We are 40 degrees Fahrenheit now, which is roughly 4 degrees Celsius. So we are starting to warm up. The ice is noticeably melting, so we are starting to get some dilution. All right, we are at the 1 hour mark. By now, you should have had 2, 3, 4 drinks. So I think we're gonna stop the experiment here. And I think we have some conclusive results. Final temps at the 1 hour mark, copper mug, we've got 32.5. This is still very, very cold. For the glass, our final temperature at 41.5, so that is about 5 degrees Celsius. There's a 5 degree difference after an hour. It was basically neck to neck, but the copper mug got colder faster and stayed colder longer. I think we can put this myth to rest. It is conclusive. Copper mug does make a difference. It gets your drink colder, faster, and stays colder longer. Case closed. There's definitely been some dilution, but the biggest downer is that the ginger beer is completely flat. So regardless of whether it's cold or not, after an hour, you're gonna have some flat ginger beer, so you're not gonna still wanna be drinking that Moscow Mule. Cold, but noticeably warmer. More dilution, same kind of flatness to the ginger beer, so it's not very appetizing anymore. But honestly, at the end of the day, is there really a huge difference whether you want to have your Moscow Mule in a copper mug, in the classic copper mug, or in a simple glass? For the period of enjoyment, which is like 15 to 20, 25, maybe 30 minutes, that's how long it should take you to drink your Moscow Mule. Both of these will be ideal. It'll keep it nice and chilled, and it'll be cold for that entire period of time. However, for those who keep telling me that the copper mug is a myth and it doesn't keep your drink colder, I say to you, watch this video again. This guy definitely was the champion this time around. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little experiment. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Oh, no, that's not good anymore. Ah.